Okay, I'm posting YouTube videos of this back EMF motor, but it might be kind of hard to see what's going on with all the wiring and whatnot, so I want to make this video to explain what it's doing. Okay, so here's my power supply. It also works on a 6 or 12 volt battery. Okay, it doesn't have to be a power supply. These are H bridges that switch polarity, negative, positive, positive, negative, negative, positive, positive, negative with the signal. It runs off an Arduino controlling the logic. Okay, under any normal circumstance, if you put your positive terminal coming out, going down through a circuit, and back into the positive, this won't run, right? It won't run because this voltage will be lower than this voltage due to the voltage drop of the diode. And even if there wasn't a diode, it still wouldn't run because you can't plug a device into one part of the socket. It has to have a return. So the only way this would run like this is if the voltage here on this side of the diode is higher than the supply voltage. Okay, then you could run things backwards, but how to do that? Now, the supply is going to go through this and back. It's going to make its loop. And this is creating alternating DC, which is AC current, practically, square waves, into two transformers that attract. One transformer, it could just be a choke, one coil going through, but for a demonstration I have two coils clamped together. Now when this one turns, make sure the windings are all going the same way so that they induct each other. So when the electricity goes through, when the amperage goes through this one, it turns into a north, and this one wants to induct south because that one's north. This one inducts south, but then the amperage comes out and turns this south even more, and this one inducts north even more, and it just increases your voltage. So you get a huge voltage increase from here to here. Enough that the voltage now wants to flow through this circuit and ground this way. That's what's happening. So this is creating more voltage going in the correct direction. So much so that now this circuit will flow and go back to the positive of the supply because the positive of the supply is lower than the voltage here because of this gain. Okay, now this starts switching polarities, which does the same thing. It goes through one of these magical transformers, then goes to a motor driver. The motor driver spins the motor. This action, just like up here with these diodes, creates more energy here than it does here. 6 volts more here on this branch than here. So now when we take our multimeter and we measure it, we have 13 volts higher on this circuit leg than we do on the supply. So it's starting to seem, this ain't conclusive, it's conclusive that I could get this to run, and it's pretty much doing what I'm saying. You can watch my videos, there's no doubt about it. And I can't feed this 13 volts. If I measure it from the negative, I add 6 more volts, it'll be like, 20 volts, 19 or 20 volts coming out of a 6 volt battery. But I haven't experimented with looping it back into the negative yet and running something in between, because I'm feeling it would rob the motor because it would go this way because this potential is lower than this potential. So I don't know. I might check it out, but I don't think it's going to be too advantageous. But it's starting to seem like the voltage gain compensates for the voltage drop. So you get your pressure back and you can run things. So my next question is, can this from here be branched again and give the voltage back again and run another motor, then branch that one and branch that one? It's starting to seem like you could recover your voltage from voltage drop and keep using the amperage down the circuit in different branches. Now, I'm not 100% sure on that yet, but that's what we're dealing with, just so you see the setup and the flow of things. So more to come.